So we're back here on the Duncan Duo Show. I've got Mike Yates with Atlantic Bay Mortgage, Richard Vazquez with Artisan Insurance, and Joe Hassani with Prime Protection LLC. And Joe, you guys, are an ADT provider, so you do a lot of home security. But there's, we talked about smart homes before. And I don't know if you guys have seen the show Black Mirror.
I haven't
but
watched
if you watch
it.
the show Black Mirror, smart home technology, let me just tell you, it's going to a place where it's going to be mind-blowing. Like, just watch it, and you'll see exactly what I mean. But there's a lot of new stuff coming, a lot of new technologies, whether it's cameras, whether it's motion sensors, whether it's smart home features where you can turn stuff on and turn stuff off. And, I mean, the technology out there is just remarkable now.
Well, yeah. Most people think of security and they think burglar alarms. I've got a gun, I've got a dog, whatever it may be.
Right.
But what people don't think about is all the other things that we actually do. Fire is a huge one. When one of our guys sells something, we call them one of the hero department there. Carbon monoxide is a big one if you've got appliances that are on gas. We actually even do flood, which I think hardly anybody knows, which would be a good segue for insurance.
Yeah, and that's, let me tell you, flood, when you're talking about flood, meaning water damage from inside the house, broken pipes and things like that, that's the #1 cause of damage and the #1 cause of homeowners insurance claims industry-wide. So people, I don't think it's really kicked in yet. People understand how important that is. But that is incredibly important. We see more claims, and we're not talking about, $500 claims. We're talking about $30,000 claims because of a broken pipe or something along those natures. So.
Explain that to me. How does that work? Because I'm curious about that. How does that work? How does the flood tracking thing work? Is it some sort of device that senses the water on the ground?
Exactly. So it's a device that we put kind of by an outlet. It's got a kind of a little dipstick, you would say.
Okay.
And basically,
if it senses water.
If it senses water, then ADT calls, says, hey, is everything okay? Did something just splash on it? Or is there a larger problem?
That would be, I'll tell you what, that is a huge opportunity, I would think, for, vacation homeowners, too, that aren't there all the time.
Absolutely.
We get a lot of that. We get a lot of people that are, even right now. So you got the All-Star Game in Gasparilla going on right now. So there are people, that are listening to this show that don't live here, but are here getting impressed by Tampa Bay, and they're going to decide to buy a condo or a second home or something like that. And they're going to call Atlantic Bay to get a mortgage. They're not going to pay cash. They're going to call Atlantic Bay to get a second home mortgage. But the reality is that a lot of those people will Airbnb it, or they'll VRBO it, and they'll have kind of people coming and going, which is great because then you get a set of eyes on it in case something is wrong. But it might go a week or 2 or 3 of just sitting there. And imagine if you're on the bottom floor of a condo and you it gets flooded, so you can't flood onto somebody else. You're on the bottom floor, or you're in a house or a townhome. That would be a huge thing. I wasn't even aware that. I think for people that travel a lot, that's a really cool thing. And people that do the vacation home rental, even landlords, I would think would think about that as a possibility.
Well, and even if you're in a condo. Even if your condo is perfectly, never has any broken pipes or anything like that, it is so common for us to get claims because their neighbors or the unit above them had some kind of leak. An angry ex-wife came over and left a sink running, on purpose, or something.
I like how they called the angry ex-wife. You knew the angry husband. The angry ex-husband. There's all guys in here today, so got blamed on them. As soon as if Angela's here,
if Angela was here, I wouldn't have said that. Yeah. But something silly like that, even though you didn't do anything, you're still responsible for damage in your unit. You can't file a claim against their insurance. As a condo unit owner, you're supposed to have insurance to protect your unit. So if something like that happens above you or beside you and the water comes into your unit, then your insurance is going to kick in. And again, those water alarms, a big deal, and whatever we can do to help promote that, we're all about helping promote that because that's a big source of claims for us.
One of the things you said earlier, Andrew, was people that have second homes, which we do a lot of. They always think of smoke and fire. But flood is never one of them that.
And quite frankly, it's probably more common here. I mean, not more common here. More common you said more common. It's the #1 claim issue.
Yeah, industry-wide, it's more common. Yeah, and I'm constantly amazed. I deal with customers every single day, and we ask them about, you know, does your home have an alarm system? I'm constantly amazed at how many have burglar alarms, but they don't opt for the fire alarms. Because I mean, my line of thinking is, if I go to spend the weekend at Disney World and something happens inside my house, nobody's going to know that my house is on fire until there's flames shooting through the roof.
Well, and it's like this, the burglar isn't going to come in and steal your house. They're going to take some TVs and maybe some computers and some valuables.
Right,
The
exactly.
fire is going to take your whole house.
Your entire house and all those
It's
family
gone.
pictures, and
Yes.
just talk to somebody who's been through a house fire. And it's not about, you know, the money and the TVs. It's about all the, you know,
It's the
imagine
personal
having
ones.
no family pictures
Yeah.
of you or any of your kids or anything like that. It's pretty devastating.
Imagine it saving your life. I mean, for me, I'm obviously in the industry, so I've got one in front of my master bedroom and then in front of my kids' rooms. I can't imagine not having it.
Right.
And again, we were talking, this is just the tip of the iceberg. I only mentioned smoke and
Yeah.
flood. Right now, we're able to do cameras, which you're well aware of. You can lock and unlock your front door right from your phone. You can talk to somebody via doorbell and have a two-way conversation, see who's actually there, bring your garage door up and down, turn lights on and off, adjust your thermostat.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to be doing like faucets here soon, which you might want the flood detector. But,
The faucet to me, that's just, I mean, come on, get up and go turn the faucet.
Right.
Like, I could see things like, I think other things that you're going to see, like pool heaters or spa heaters, being able to click that on remotely. You're out, you know, you're out at dinner and you want to go home and use the hot tub and it's cold like it has been lately and it's going to take a while to warm up. You know, there's so many different things that are coming. You know, even the technology, you know, turning on and off the TV, turning on and off computers. There's technology out there for that, little switches and different things, you know, like you want to remotely access a computer and you need to turn it on. And I mean, there's just all kinds of stuff like that.
You're exactly right. There's something called a lamp module, supposed to be for lamps, but you can plug, you know, anything into it and you can turn it on and off.
Yeah.
So the world is going to be, your
Digital,
home is going to be
digital.
digital. You'll be able to use it on your phone.
And again, if you watch the show Black Mirror, everything is going to be that. Like literally, you can be like, you know, start car, you know, like drive car, take me to, you know, Chick-fil-A. I mean, it's literally like it's getting there. Like the smart car technology, even remarkable stuff.
Do you know how many times this week I've gone home and I've been sitting in my living room and I went, doggone it, I forgot to adjust the thermostat in the office. So
Yeah.
so back at the office, you know, it's a toasty 73 degrees and the thing's running all night long. I wish you caught my attention with that one.
Yeah, that's a good one. It's a really good one. We do it. You know that we love that feature.
The other thing too with ADT, and I can't speak for any of the other companies out there, but they do add an extra layer of security. So one of the questions we get a lot is, can somebody just break into my network? I can't completely say no, but what I can say is they can't just break in your Wi-Fi network and get in, because we have something called a hub or a cloud link, which adds a layer of security, so they can't just break into
It's like an extra
any one
firewall.
of your stuff. Correct.
It's awesome. Well, appreciate you guys. That's a great conversation. I think we'll definitely put that video up online for people to see on our YouTube channel. We did go over 1 million views on our YouTube page, which is pretty cool.
heard that.
YouTube.com/The Duncan Duo. So 1 million page views, couple thousand subscribers. So keep following us on YouTube. Really any of the socials, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, we're at The Duncan Duo.